dubious of the dubious. That's you. I'm 50 plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. We are at the Swift Terminal in Lancaster, and we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about the mentoring phase, okay, with my new student. And you just graduated, right? Or you're going to upgrade?
Graduate tomorrow.
And who was your mentor?
My mentor is Dante.
That'll be me.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Just happened to be here.
Yes, sir.
We didn't plan that, did we?
No.
Okay. So, since you've just gotten done with it, we're going to talk a little bit about your perspective on the mentoring phase. What do you like about it? If you could change something, what would you change? And this wouldn't be a direct reflection on your mentor, but or you're talking about the process of the mentoring program itself.
I see it as if you went through their school, but you had experience before, they should lower your hours. They should, accommodate, hey, look, you had 5.5 years experience, but you had some trouble.
Yeah.
And you had to go back to get your CDL. Well, I see it as they should maybe make you do 100 hours with a mentor. That would make the process a lot faster.
Yeah.
You see what you know.
Right.
And just, update what needs to be updated, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the way that Swift is doing it, I agree with the program, but there is a couple things that need some work. Some work.
Yeah. I've often wondered that as well, and I'm not 100% sure about how the audio is turning out. So I'm gonna briefly summarize what he just said, just to make sure that the audio is going through. But if you have some experience, but you go through the Swift Academy, Swift has you to do the full mentor program. It's 200 hours with a mentor, and then you go through the upgrade process. When you're done with the upgrade process, you'll be solo driver and ride on your own. So if you were an experienced driver, in this case 5 years experience prior, and then you took some time off and decided you wanted to get back in, well, you got to go through the process as if you had been driving before. And honestly, that's not the first time I've heard that. I've heard that from a lot of drivers, and I don't know, because it's like a blanket policy, right, that everybody does it. I'm wondering if it has something to do with DOT.
I was kind of wondering that myself.
Because if you're now, let me ask you this: did you allow your CDL to expire and then go back and get it?
My thing is I had to let mine lapse because of tickets. Okay. And I had to pay those tickets and then come back. Right.
So, and I'm thinking that must be what it is. Yeah. Not the reason why, but the fact that your CDL lapsed at some period of time. Right. Okay. And I'm assuming that that's what it is. Okay. I don't know, but that would be something good for another video to find that out. So I'm curious about that myself. Again, this is not the first time I've heard that. In fact, there was a young lady who I recruited to come down, and she was an experienced driver, and I believe they was having her the way, as you guys come on board, I can follow you to a certain point, because I am driving a truck for a living, outside of making these videos, I'm driving and I'm mentoring, so it's not like I can follow each and every individual through the entire journey, but I try to make sure that I watch you go at least to the academy and or to a mentor's truck, so that you don't get lost in the process. And she, after Autumn set her up, she had to go through a LKQ class, a close quarter training class, and through backing before they allowed her to go solo. And she had some issues there, and they want her to go through the mentor program. Now, she did not let her CDL expire, but it had been like some time, some years since she had been an active driver. Right. So, the situations are similar, but the result was near the same because she was going to have to go out on the mentor's truck. So, why that is, I would like to know. But I bet it has something to do with DOT. We'll find out.
Well, if I can inject on this for a second, me as being a mentor, and I've had students where they were gone 6 months, 7 months, over a period of time, where they had to come back and go through the mentorship program. The biggest thing is that Swift is not the only company that does it.
Correct.
It's multiple companies that do it, because the thing is, there's always something changing as for the rules of being a truck driver.
Right.
And so when you got a guy, say, been out for a year versus somebody been out 6, 7 months, they feel, okay, well, this person's been out for a year, they missed a lot. So this is why we're going to have them to go back and mentor. Now, I don't agree with a full 200 hours unless they say, hey, let's have this person do 100 hours, and then we can base off of there. If they need to go back out, get with the mentor and say, hey, is this guy get to go solo, or is this guy, do he need an extra 100 hours to see with it? Like, in a way, I agree with it, but then in a way, like you say, tweaking. Right. So then, like with the LKQ class, when I first started mentoring, it wasn't part of your testing. I had a student that said, hey man, why you talk about the LKQ class? I say, that's the class you can choose to take. Well, it was part of my testing. And I was like, what? They said, yeah, it's part of my testing. So I hear some people take it, some people don't take it. But the way that, from my last student I've had, he took it because he did so well on the road test and stuff. They needed to know exactly what backing is, because one of the hardest things is, it doesn't matter how long you've been driving, it doesn't matter how long you've been training. The hardest things for any truck driver, real truck drivers will tell you, is your backing. Because we already know, one, it's dangerous, and two, you're going to be in some really tight spots between where you want. Like California, it's really tight. And for as long as I've been driving, which is about 2.5 years, I can go out to California right now and I bet y'all probably have a little trouble. But as for forcing these guys to take it as part of them being their upgrading process, I don't think that's fair. But I'm not the one to make the rules, so my job as a mentor is to do the best I can with that person and say, hey, let's set up some type of scenario, whether if you ever had it during the 200 hours, or you go get cones and stuff like I would do. I go get cones. I need you to get the trailer between these cones. Okay? But the thing is that it's supposed to be really there to help them. Does it really help them? Some people say yes, some people say no. But it depends on the person.
Correct. As you were saying that, something clicked. You can go home for 34 and get back in the truck and it feels different. 34 hours. So 6 months without driving? A year without driving? Man, I mean, I'm telling you, in 34 hours, it might take you a couple of days to get the stamina back up to drive a full day. In 34 hours, it's amazing. That's amazing how that is, and it's almost like having to re-grasp your focus as well. You're easily distracted when you come back, and the studies show, because we get it. If you go on a 34, sometimes you will get a Qualcomm message. Or when you come back from home time, you might get a Qualcomm message saying that you need to be extra alert because so much happens when you return from home time. The crash rate goes way up. So I can only imagine what it would be like, to be gone for 6 months and then get back in a truck, and how effective you would be. So I kind of understand that, so I don't want to run this long, but this is some good talk. Now, talk to me about what you expect out of, first tell me what you expect from your mentor.
I expect my mentor to train me good, teach me the basics, and overall, he work out certain situation in the truck and Teach me how to park, teach me the right thing that to do with the truck. But these trucks is no games out there.
Right.
They don't play with these trucks. So if you could show me the rules, and I would very appreciate if you show me all the rules and the step by step that you have to go by to make me better and make you better, even because we're never too big to learn from each other.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
what makes it happen.
I hope you guys heard that in the audio again. You know, I have lavalier mics, but they only for 2 people. Okay? Only 2 people. But I'm gonna fix that real soon. His response was pretty generous from a student, saying that basically he wants to learn how to drive the truck. He wants a mentor to be dedicated to teaching him how to drive the truck and driving it safely and performing the job. And guess what? That's where I'm at as well. I bet if the camera wasn't on, he would say something a little bit different, because he did. He did. And basically, he don't want a mentor to be a jerk.
Yeah.
And it's what he said. And we did talk, because I had to give him my pep talk, because he's gonna be on my truck and he's gonna be on these videos. We gotta, you know, we gotta stay positive. But what he said to me at that point was right. He had an experience, and you know, unfortunately, when you tell me that experience, dude, I've heard that so many times. It ain't funny, and it's not right for somebody to get treated that way. When you get on a mentor's truck, you need to. There's some things that you should expect from the mentor. Okay, and there's some things that the mentor is going to expect from you, and he's going to rebuttal. But he ain't got nothing to rebuttal, because you said right. But the fact is, so many students get on mentors' trucks, and they have a different. I don't know where they think where they got the process from, what they think is supposed to happen when they get on there. And the fact is, if you're a brand new student, okay, you don't know what's supposed to go on that truck. Okay, you just don't. And so don't go in there with expectations. I'm talking into the, are y'all talking into that thing? I gotta get used to that. We're supposed to be talking right here to the lids. The whole thing is gonna have us looking up like this. Everybody's going, what the hell are they looking at? Okay, we're gonna get used to it. We're supposed to look into the lids. I have a monitor on the top so that we can see where we're at, you know? And that's to get used to not looking at that and looking at the lens, okay? All right, so relax. We're gonna get there. But my point is, you guys don't know. And this reason why I come out try to put this information out, because I don't want you to have false hope and that you think that you're gonna get onto your daddy's truck or your mommy's truck and you're supposed to be treated like a mommy or like a kid. That's not how. We're not here to baby you. You're still an adult, and you have to do adult things. You have to behave like an adult. And the mentors do the same thing. If 2 adults can't get along for 200 hours, I don't know what's going on in that situation. Okay? There's basic things. The basic things. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but he shared a video with me with a previous mentor, and I was like, what the heck is going on with this guy? He gets through driving for 11 hours and switch spots with his partner, and his partner turns up music blasting loud as he can get the stereo to go. So how is that? I mean, how are you supposed to build up a relationship with somebody if you have zero respect for them? And that's zero respect, by the way. Zero. To know that somebody just drove 11 hours and finished their shift, and you're looking forward to going to the bunk, and you make sure that they don't get sleep. That's cray. Okay? You don't expect that, but when you listen to the mentor say what he expects, it's going to be the same thing in different words.
Hey, so as being a mentor, what I expect from my students, I can't speak on all mentors, but what I expect is the first thing is trust. I have to trust you. And when you get on my truck, you got my trust from the beginning. And it can only go up and it can only go down. But another thing is, like students expect for me to teach you, I expect for you to listen, to learn. You know, it's not just a thing about driving, but you have to learn all the computer work and things like that. And we're stuck looking at each other for 200 hours. You know, you don't see your wife, I don't see my wife, you don't see your husband or whatever, unless you're on the phone FaceTiming. But the biggest thing is we got to learn how to work together. Because I need you just like you need me. that's the biggest thing. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because I can learn from you just like you can learn from me. I expect for us, we have problems, we can talk it out like adults. You know, because if you don't have trust, you don't have any communication, then something's missing from that element.
Yeah, that's 100% right.
I want to say this too. First of all, when dealing with mentors and dealing with students, first of all, you have to be a people person. That's number one. You have to be a people's person, because what's going on is miscommunication and understanding. See, if I'm on your truck and I'm on your truck, I expect for you to tell me what you expect out of me. And I expect you to know what I expect out of you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because as long as you have an understanding, you won't go wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of mentors, you know, they normally just put people on their truck, and you know what, they have to, you know, do it yourself. It's all about the pay thing. It's all about pay. You have to be a people person. You have to be willing to train these people, because, you know, like we was talking about a while ago about Swift record on YouTube. And truth be told is, you were saying, it's not the instructors. It's the people that get behind the wheel and decide once they get their truck, they want to do what they want to do. You get what I'm saying? You have to get an understanding, you know, and that's what we fall short as mentors and as students, by listening and by communication and understanding. That's what I'm happy with. You get what I'm saying? Right. And so long as we get this communication right, understanding what you expect out of me, what I expect out of you, then everything should go smooth.
Right.
You know? And that way people, we can pass our upgrade tests and we can go on with our life.
Yeah.
We can do what we do best.
Yeah. You know, if when it's your turn and you get a mentor, the first thing I want to recommend that you do is keep an open and positive mind. And in your mind, you're going to repeat to yourself that this is going to be a positive experience, 100%. And then don't let anything get in the way of that. Okay? You'll know who you're dealing with within the first 5 minutes of being on that truck. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. If you get on that truck and they farting and burping and, you know, spitting in the windshield and they nasty, I mean, you're gonna know what it is the second you step on the truck. Is the bed made? They got dirty drawers and trash and all that stuff. Can you see the dashboard? You're gonna know who you're dealing with as soon as you get on the truck. And know if whether or not there's something you can deal with. You know, there's a whole lot I can deal with, you know. Nasty filth and fart, I can't mess with that. I'm turning around and I'm leaving. That's not gonna be a positive experience.
I'm with you.
Okay? Yeah. But if this person is clean and respectful, we're gonna get along. I can almost wash everything else. If you're clean and respectful, I can almost deal with it. Because I'm not gonna deal with you talking crazy to me, because it's a real tight situation for you. Because I'm gonna win and it's not gonna be good. And we in this little tight place, you can't run. It's not gonna be good. So I already know we're not gonna mess with that. Attitude, you know, treat people right. And like I said, you gotta be a people person. And, you know, I can get along with just about anybody as long as you're just not, you know.
Cray.
Yeah. You can be cray, but that extra cray is what gets you in trouble. The cray, that is where we got a problem. Okay? That's what we got a problem. People think I'm cray, you know, but, you know, I might be a little cray too, but I don't put that on my students, okay? Because that's one thing I have learned is a little bit of exercising of my patience since I started the mentor. Hey, you know what? I hope this coming out like it is on that deal, because we're getting a lot of light from the sun that's setting. The sun is setting on us, and we hadn't blotched out yet. So I'm hoping that freaking $800 lens is gonna work for us. Anyway, bottom line, guys, and I'm gonna let you guys get the last word. Whatever you do, when it's your turn to get on the mentor's truck, is to have some expectations. And you're going to be able to talk to that mentor before you get on the truck and make sure that they're going to be able to meet those expectations. Okay, and also, if there's 100 mentors available, and you're looking for a non-smoker, that's 50 of them gone right there. If you're looking for a regional driver, another 50 of them gone right there. If you're looking for a regional female driver, another 50% of them gone right there. Actually, if it's a female,
that's 100%.
You probably out of luck. You know, you're probably gonna get 1 or 2 of them. Okay, and then not smoking, all these sort of things. The more criteria you put on the driver development to find you a mentor, the longer you're gonna sit in a hotel and wait for one. I'm not saying that you're not gonna be able to get what you want. I'm just saying why you get what you want when you get off the mentor's truck. You only own that for 200 hours. Okay, so get on it, get what you need to get, and get off of it, and don't let a mentor or a situation prevent you from finishing your goals. Okay?
Right. Get your money.
Well, I just got 2 things to say. One point, I was a student, and it's going to be a hard 200 hours. But the one thing I can say is keep your head up, stay strong. You're going to make it. Do what you got to do. But that's coming from a mentor standpoint, is that when you get on that mentor's truck, it's not just their truck, that's yours as well. But there's a fine line between respecting and taking over. You got to respect each other.
Very true.
Yeah. Because when it comes to respect, you won't realize how much your mentor will actually do for you when you need it. Yep.
Just have an open mind, you guys. Just have an open mind. Just like one person told me, everybody want to get paid, but don't nobody want to put the work in. You got to put the work in, and it'll pay off every Friday. Trust me, every Friday it's gonna pay off. So remember, get on that truck and have the mindset of like, you know, I'm gonna go hard this week. I'm gonna run my hours down. The quicker you get on that truck and do what you gotta do, the quicker you get off.
That's it.
And get your own truck.
And get into that money.
There you go. So make sure when you get on that truck, you know, put everything behind you, and it's time to go to work. Yep. It's time to go to work. All day, every day, non-stop. You got to work. And I promise you're gonna see your reward every Friday. Every Friday,
Swift gonna make sure of that.
Yeah.
Like I always tell my students, as soon as you get on my truck and then you say I got 200 hours, I'm looking and say I want you off. But it's in a good way.
That's it.
It's always in a good way.
As a mentor, you want to see your students get done with this program. You want to see them get their own trucks, succeed, and get going, because that means that you've done something positive for that person, and that you did what you were paid to do. Yep. Okay, so all you prospective students out there, the only thing I want you to expect is to get off of that mentor's truck and know how to perform this job. Yeah. Don't expect anything else, because nothing is owed to you. Understand that? I don't know what millennial year you was born, but you aren't owed anything.
Yeah.
You get out of life what you put into it. Yep. Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you one more thing too, not to cut you off, Phil. You guys remember, pray before you get on that road. It's dangerous out there. It is. Remember, pray. Pray, pray, pray. I'm out.
Every day. All right.
What I'm talking about.
Deliver undistracted. Here's your boot. Boot.
Hi, this is Autumn, and I'm a recruiter here at Swift Transportation, and I would love to help you get your trucking career started. Please give me a call on the contact information that is going to display at the end of this video. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and then there's also a cell phone number you can text or that you can call if for after hours. I look forward to speaking with you. Just please make sure that you contact me before you do any inquiries online or call Swift at all. That way I can make sure that you are taken care of and I'm your recruiter.